All right, welcome back to the Man Cave. I'm your host, Black Iris. Good to see you all again today. I hope everyone is doing well as we head towards the weekend, and hope you got some good plans. Enjoy the weather before it starts raining again, but it's all good. And for the 10% of ladies that are tuning in, I'd like to say thank you, and I appreciate your support as well. Everyone that hits the like button, whether you're on Rumble, TikTok, YouTube, all that good stuff, don't forget, I appreciate and I love all of you, every last one of you. I'm only trying to make the world grow and become a better place. So I got a video for you today. I got some a woman's input on men's struggles. This is going to be interesting, and she's going to explain a whole bunch of interesting stuff that we've never heard before.
Men don't realize that they're lonely because they tend to sexualize every aspect of human bonding. And this has been so normalized. Think about it. If a woman asks a man for help, maybe we can make it worth both our whiles. If a woman trusts a man, well, maybe we can deepen this trust even more. If a woman hugs or touches a man, it is acceptable to linger or to try to extend the physical touch. Basically, all the actions linked to building bonds are sexualized and minimized as simple means to an end.
Okay. So let's get started with what she first started. Let's go back.
Because they tend to sexualize every aspect of human bonding. And this has been so normalized. Think about it. If a woman asks a man for help, maybe we can make it worth both our whiles.
Yeah. I don't understand why women think that men just want to help you because they want to be kind and gentle. You want something from them, but at the same time, you don't want to reciprocate. Now, I'm saying it has to be sexual. I'm just saying that you're expecting that men should just do it for free. I want you to understand the mindset of a female that thinks that, oh, well, he's helped me. That's all I need to do. I don't have to give you anything. Yeah, you do. I don't care if you're paying me something to do something. I'm not here to do something for free, because I can guarantee you none of these women will ever do anything for you for free unless you're the top 10%, and then they'll do everything for you for free. Everything is a transactional deal. You want something, men want something. You want finances, the man wants sex. That's how it works. When men start realizing that women want them to take them on dates and then give them a peck on the cheek and then give Tyrone the neck, you're going to start realizing how big that situation is to them.
If a woman trusts a man, well, maybe we can deepen this trust even more. If a woman hugs or touches a man, it is acceptable to linger or to try to extend the physical touch.
Okay, now let's get a little bit more specific about that. Now, are we talking about you giving someone just a gentle, friendly hug and then pulling you in? Okay. Or are we talking about like getting a little bit graphic and grabbing you all over the place? I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. Not all contact is meant to be sexual, but sometimes women pretend like they don't know that there's a certain thing that they do that turns a man on. And then pretend that they don't know that, oh, I didn't know it was going to turn you on. I was just trying to be friendly. And don't get me wrong, I sometimes, not intentionally, do things and act in a sexual way, and it's just my personality. I'm not really trying to get with you. I'm not trying to do anything with you. It just comes off as more sexual than it needs to be. And people get the wrong impression. I totally understand that. That's understandable. But at the same time, you should know by now that some men will see it that way, so you should be very cautious. And there are women who know if they're not attracted to you, they're not going to give you a hug body to body. They know how to turn their body to the side. That's a significant sign to let you know that I am not attracted to you. But it's up to you to figure it out that I'm not attracted to you by how I hug you. If their body is pressed up against yours, they're feeling you. If it's turned to the side, they're not feeling you at all.
All the actions linked to building bonds are sexualized and minimized as simple means to an end. One of my male clients was ghosted last week after having a huge fight with his crush. Basically, they were having dinner and she was sharing something emotional, so she teared up a little bit. The response of my client was, I know you're upset, but you're so beautiful even when you're sad. This is not only completely inappropriate, but it also shifts the subject of the conversation. One moment we're talking about her and what she's experiencing, and the next the man makes it about himself and how appealing it is to see her cry or to see her upset. Now,
I don't think it's because, okay, so it's not because he's finding it appealing. It's just men's nature to naturally just try to fix things. Now, is that a thing that we do? And it's just us? It is. We do this. We're fixers. We want to fix things that are around us. It's not intentionally designed to be inconsiderate. It's just, what's the point of complaining about it? Like, what is the end game? You just want to talk your problems to somebody. Okay, you want to talk your problems out, but really, honestly, men don't want to do that. They just want to move on. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some times when like you have your spouse and you're just complaining, you want to vent something, totally understandable. But then there's just that time when you're just like, okay, I get it. Well, you need to move on. It's not personal. Like he just doesn't, he's just doing it to deflect and make it about him. How do you make it about him? By saying you're beautiful and you're going to be fine. Women just want to hear someone vent. But here's the selfish thing that most women do not want to talk about. It's when it comes to the man venting himself. We never talk about how selfish a woman is when a man is talking about his problems and they just gloss right over it and talk about their problems. Or you can clearly see they're not interested. Or even worse yet, they dictate how long you can be that vulnerable. So you're sitting there, you're talking about your feelings, your emotions, and they're getting turned off because I don't like the fact that he's too vulnerable with me. But a woman's allowed to speak as much as she wants. And I'm like, I don't want to really hear this. It's depressing. It's annoying. I want to talk about other things in life that make me happy. And you're getting annoyed because I don't want to hear it. That's why you have a therapist. Stop using your men to be your therapist because you're too lazy to go to a stranger whose job specializes in handling people who are broken like you with your stupid problems.
Phenomenon might also explain why it's seen as gay to share feelings or to be vulnerable among guys, why physical touch is avoided as much as possible, and why men, generally speaking, have such a hard time bonding with other men. So here's what to do in case you're a man and you want to
Wait, I'm sorry. Why do men have a problem bonding with other dudes? Dude, we do it all the time. There was a video that came out about a woman who says that you guys don't know how to bond with each other. Y'all play basketball but you don't know each other. Because we don't need to know each other like that. We don't need to know our sexual positions. We don't need to know our mothers, our fathers. We don't need to know our brothers. We don't need to know any of that stuff. We just bond like that. And we good. Women are always talking about, oh, you need to learn the whole thing and learn about people and all this. Wow, I should have never frozen that position. Jeez. Wow, that's creepy. Men don't bond the same way that you do. It's not that we have a problem bonding. We just bond differently. I think what women need to start doing is start realizing we're not all the same. We don't operate the same way. Men and women are not the same. Get over that. Stop trying to make it seem like men and women are supposed to be the same in every category. Because when it comes to things that you do well, you don't want to have any affiliation with men doing it because makes you feel special. Same thing with men. We are all different. Accept it.
Sexualized intimacy. Start by looking at your following list. If it's not educational, inspiring, or entertaining, get rid of it. Take the time to educate yourself on consent, objectification, and sexualization, because these exact notions are what keep you lonely. Either work.
Okay, so how about we do this? How about we get to the whole consent thing? In this day and age, consent keeps changing from actual sexual assault to just a simple hug is now considered not my consent. You hugged someone. Oh, I didn't give him my consent. And this man loses his job. See, women live in a bubble. Like they pretend that the internet doesn't exist or that they don't know what's going on. They're oblivious, which to a certain degree, some women are just oblivious and they pretend that they know it, but they pretend they don't know it when it's thrown in their face to tell them to stop doing something. So these women go out here and act as if they don't know. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what it's talking about. No, women need to be more approachable. They know why? Because women change the game every single time. It may not be you, or you, but these women over here has made the standard that this is how I don't want to be approached. This is what I don't want. Don't do this. Don't do that. If you do, I'll get you in trouble. So you can come up with a woman can come up with any list they want, but when a large portion of women are setting the trend that this is how things are supposed to be done, men are going to follow and say, I don't want to get in any trouble. I don't feel like dealing with it.
On your own or work with a professional. I can help with that, by the way. But regardless, do it. Start building your support system and make sure that you have women as friends. And I don't mean friends you slept with, because those are not simple friends anymore. No, I mean women you can treat exactly the same way you treat your male friends. Explore what is non-sexual touch and how it can help you. Explore your desire or need for a relationship. If it's a me fest, I want to be happy, I want to share life with them, I want them to make me feel blank, I want to love someone or whatever else, please challenge this narrative. Switch into...
Listen to what she said. The me narrative that men just talk about me. Every time a woman speaks, it's a reflection about what they do. This is how women talk. They want to talk about them. They want to get a house because they want to. They want to get a career because they want to feel like they're empowered and don't need a man. Women think with that me mentality. And they come out here pretending that that's not them. And they said, like I said, men will say something in a video, and then like weeks later, a woman will say the same thing and just flip the script. I've seen it countless times, and I'm sure you've seen it as well, where women will take something and then all of a sudden flip the script and say that's what men are doing. And as far as that whole thing with having female friends, that is pointless. Unless you have a female friend that is like kind of like a dude, it's pointless to have a female friend. She's not going to tell you the truth. She's not going to be honest with you, especially if she's really cool with you. She's not going to be truly honest with you. It's pointless for a dude to have girlfriends. It's better to have a guy that has guy friends, because guys can at least be open and honest with you way more than a woman will. Because you can't be open with a woman like you can your bro. Because there's some things you want to talk about that a woman's going to be like, I don't know if I can deal with that. She won't tell you that, but of course, women know best.
Asking yourself, what kind of person do you need to become in order to have the relationship you want? Obviously, these are not just for men, by the way. These are for everyone, but since men seem to be struggling a little bit more with loneliness, I thought of targeting them. Women are also lonely, but because they don't tend to sexualize the process of bonding, they also tend to have meaningful relationships outside of the romantic ones. So learn to be platonic and stay golden, guys.
Yeah, see, this is why women are failing, because they go and listen to these women who tell them all the same bullshit that I'm telling you. And then they think that all this makes any sense. It doesn't make any sense. All they do is talk and do. That's the reason why men are lonely. It's not because women have raised their goals so high that men are pretty much just been excommunicated from the whole dating pool. I mean, just go to internet dating. It's horrible. Their standards are just through the roof. And it doesn't matter what they look like. They should all shoot for the same percentage of men.
She is a single wife. Yeah, you heard that correctly. In every aspect of your marriage, she feels all by herself. Like I said, she's a single wife. She wants someone to have fun with, to spend a weekend away, doing something completely different. She wants someone who comes home at the end of the day and is present with her. Someone who doesn't ignore her for the rest of the night. She wants someone who's excited to see her every time she walks through that door. She doesn't want a roommate. She wants a husband to share life with her. Yeah. She may have a ring on her finger and legally she may be married to you. But I'm telling you, she's a single wife.
No, what she wants is an anomaly. I don't know why these simps, well, I know why the simps and soy boys that come out here and pander to women all the time, and you'll see it, they're all from women that are supporting everything he says. I know what it feels like. I was a single wife, and I'm here by myself in the house, but what they won't talk to you about is why that's like that. Are you annoying? Do you know how to shut the hell up? Do you constantly talk all day long and don't give him a peace? Do you give him any form of peace? Do you give him time to vent after he comes back from work and he comes home? Do you start arguing that the garbage isn't been taken out when you've been home all day long? Does he work 80-hour days? Does he have to come home and see the house is a mess because you cleaned it this day, and you were home, and he's not? He comes home, you're expecting him to do it. Is dinner cooked? Is he pulling himself further away from you because you became more and more annoying? You constantly bring up the fact that the bills need to be paid, so he works more hours, and then you complain that he's not home enough. See, this is what the soy boys don't tell you, and that's what these women will definitely not tell you. That there's two sides to this reason why you're a single wife. Are you just not worth it? Or did he make a stupid decision, get you preggers, and now he married you because like, well, I have a kid, maybe it'll fix things. And it didn't. You stayed the same. See, the problem is we have this narrative where we think that women are just innocent victims and they do no good, no wrong, no matter what happens. They're always good, doing their best for the family, but yet divorce rates are through the roof. So clearly you're not, because you'd rather break up a family because you're not happy. And going out. Oh, well, it'd be nice to go out once in a while and be talked to, this and that. You're not a child. Most of you women, when you're upset, refuse to tell your men what the problem is. When you get upset is the same time when you women forget how to talk. But you can go on TikTok and tell the whole world how you feel. You can talk to your girlfriends and get all the stupid ideas, and you can listen to these soy boys like this guy who panders to you all day long. This geriatric panda bear who comes out here telling you women how to think and feel, and you're a victim, and that's what your place is to be down here as a victim. Instead of working things out with your husband, going to therapy with your husband. Did you even go to therapy with your husband? No, you rather go online and speak to some guy or a whole bunch of women who feel and act the same way because misery loves company. And you know what? These guys love being around here. Either they're the ones that make money by using women, or they do it to try to get as close to women as possible because they don't know how to get real women. Broken women are the easiest women to get because they're broken. They'll go gravitate to whomever will make them feel better. And guys like this make the game even harder. If I wanted to pander to women, I would be making millions of dollars. It'd be easy. It'd be easy because all you gotta do is go out there and tell women what they want to hear, and they'll jump on top of it. They don't care. They don't care about the rhyme or reason behind it. All they care about is, oh, I'm gonna get something free for this. Cool, let's do this. That's all they care about. They don't care about the truth behind it. The fact is, you go ahead and lie to them all day long, and guess what? You will get everything you want from a woman. But you tell them the truth, and maybe a fraction of them will understand, or at least a good portion of them are just too afraid to admit it.